Part 119. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1181. The reward was issued. Fang Fan nodded secretly. The speed was quite fast. I don't know how much God's source power and belief power is needed to seal the 7th level God position. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes, looking a little curious. Choose to seal Nai Yan as a disciple of the stars. Ding. It takes 50,000 threads of God's source power and 500 million power of faith to seal a 7th level God position. Ding. The source of God is insufficient, the power of belief is insufficient, and the seal fails. When the system sound came, Fang Fan sighed, and it was still the same as he imagined. The power of the source of God and the power of faith required to seal a 7th level God position is 10 times that of an 8th level God position. And the power of the source of God and the power of faith required to seal an 8th level God position is 10 times that of a 9th level God position. 10 times and 10 times, 10 times how many? This time, let alone the source of God's power, there is not even so much power of faith. It seems, it can only be stranded. Fang Fan shook his head, feeling his scalp tingle for a while. At this moment, Fang Fan has only one feeling, that is, he is really getting poorer and poorer. The way to kill monsters and obtain the source of God's power must continue. Otherwise, you will starve to death sooner or later. Fang Fan wanted to continue to use the real dragon blood on Little Golden Dragon to attract a wave of monsters, but this time, the wait time was longer, but none of the monsters appeared. Although this true dragon's bloodline is strong, the range that it can attract should be limited. When it reaches a certain range, the effect of the true dragon bloodline should be greatly reduced. In this case, we can only continue to push forward. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes and nodded secretly. Fang Fan glanced at himself when he entered the Chentian mystery realm, and he has already harvested more than 2,000 threads of God's source power. In fact, this amount is not too small, but compared with the God's source power that needs to be spent, then it's just a drop in the bucket. It's easy to kill monsters, but hard to find them. Fang Fan led the crowd to run fast in the secret realm of Chentian, and often encountered a few small groups of monsters, but basically there were dozens or hundreds of them, and the possible source of God's power was only a few dozen. Silk, or even just a few. If it was placed before, Fang Fan would be ecstatic even if it was a trace of the source of God's power, but now it is obviously unable to satisfy Fang Fan. Fang Fan is also under a lot of pressure for the various levels of gods that require thousands and tens of thousands of threads of God's source power to seal. When I completed the task of recruiting celestial star disciples before, in addition to a reward for a 7th level God position, I also rewarded an exclusive auction seat for the auction system. What is this? If you want to auction, why don't you just take the card directly to the auction system and set a reserve price? At most, set a buy-in price, so what's the point of this exclusive auction slot? Since the system has issued it as a reward, it is naturally impossible to have no value. Fang Fan was secretly calm, his eyes focused on this. Withdraw the exclusive auction slot of the auction system. Ding. The extraction is successful. Please name your exclusive auction slot. Name. Fang Fan was stunned for a while, but he still looked decent. Waste. Fang Fan thought for a moment, and then settled on the name. The law of Huang and the law of Hu are the first and second laws that Fang Fan understands, and they are of great significance. Ding. The exclusive auction slot, Huangzhou, was named successfully. Ding. Because you have an exclusive auction slot, an exclusive auction venue is automatically opened for you. There was another system sound in his ears, and then Fang Fan's eyes lit up, and another exclusive auction appeared in the auction system. What the hell is going on with the auction system? The auction is divided into ordinary auctions and exclusive auctions. Could it be that the exclusive auction can be a little more advanced? Fang Fan opened his mouth and muttered a word. After a minute. I am. It's really, a lot more advanced. Fang Fan's eyes flickered with a burst of light. There are only a dozen or so cards in the exclusive card auction at this moment, but without exception, all of them are cards above the rank of Saint rank, and even, there is a card of God rank. Medium God's Origin Power card. After opening, you can get 10,000 Ray of God's Origin Power, and the auction reserve price is 100 million star cores. Each time you increase the price, you must not be less than 1 million star cores. Saint level pet summoning card. After opening, you can get a Sanctuary Realm pet, and the auction price is 1 million star cores. Each time you increase the price, you must not be less than 10,000 star cores. Holy Legion card. After you open it, you will immediately get a Legion of 1 star to 10 star Saint level. The auction reserve price is 10 million star cores, and each price increase must not be less than the star core. The number of cards is not much, but it looks very cool. If you get that middle level God Source Power card, you can directly get 10,000 strands of God Source Power. One strand of God Source Power is equivalent to 100 strands of God Source Power. Converting a wave is the source power of 1,000,000 silk gods. What's the matter? When the time comes, what kind of god can't be sealed by the emperor? How hard is it to be here? Well, it's just that the price is a bit naughty. If you can't move 100 million star cores, you really dare to ask for a price? Fang Fan pouted, speechless. There's not a single thing in here that I can afford. That's not right. This holy level animal food card is very cheap. Holy grade animal food card. After opening, you will get a bag of holy grade animal food, which is fatally attractive to monsters. The auction price is 1,000 star cores, and the price is 3,000 star cores. This is what I need now. I put up a holy level food card in the auction system before, when I auctioned 10,000 star cores. Now this holy level animal food card, the 3,000 star cores are not very expensive. Fang Fan nodded secretly and thought that the current situation made him have to find a way to break the game. It's too difficult to look for traces of monsters with such a sullen head. I still don't know how to find the year of the monkey and the month of the horse. And now there is a good opportunity in front of you. Maybe this bag of holy level animal food card can have some extraordinary effects. Auction the holy level animal food card at one price. Ding. After deducting 3,000 star cores, the auction of the holy level animal food card was successful. Fang Fan looked at the simple and smooth cards in his hand, and his eyes gradually narrowed. Lord, I seem to feel the breath of Caitlin and the others. At this moment, Galen came over with a big sword in hand, with a look of joy on his face. Caitlin. Go. Go and see. Fang Fan put the holy level animal food card of the Beast Clan into the storage ring, and then ran directly into the distance. Interesting, really interesting. He, I know you. You're that bastard woman. You're damned. You really are damned. That bastard stole my woman, and I'll stole his woman too. If I remember correctly, you should be called Xiling, right? Tisk tisk tisk, really temperamental. Yu Chi-Ting's eyes revealed boundless excitement, and his body trembled violently as he spoke. In his mind, the many disasters that Fang Fan brought to him could not help but emerge. Without Fang Fan, he would become the consort of the Chen clan, and would marry the noble and beautiful princess of the Chen clan, Chen Tianqi. He will become the most dazzling man in the entire Chen star region. Moreover, he is also the young master of the Yuchi family. In the future, he will definitely be able to inherit the position of the head of the Yuchi family. His future is destined to be magnanimous. And all this doesn't exist anymore. Chen Tianqi was tainted by that damn bastard. Even if he still wanted to become the consort of the Chen clan, it was impossible for them to give him this chance again. This path has been completely cut off. As for the position of the young master of the Chen clan, perhaps, it won't be long before he will be completely deprived of it. Yu Ting stretched out his hand and touched his face. A few days ago, there were still terrifying blood-colored bumps. Fortunately, there is that kind of magical healing card, which made the injury on his face recover. But so what? He can no longer feel the care of his father, who has completely pulled himself into the blacklist of heirs. What's the point of getting him now? He is nothing but a walking dead. He hates this kind of life. Also hate. I have to make a change. Grab these people in front of you, threaten Fang Fan, let him hand over the treasure, and let him die. He has a large amount of divine crystals, the essence of the earth evil worth 10,000 star cores, and the supreme quasi-sacred weapon armor stomach. His life must be taken by me. Only if this shame is washed away, and only if I get these treasures for the Yuchi family, can I show my demeanor as the young master of the Yuchi family. My position as the young master can be stabilized, and my father will look at me even more. As for now, I'm going to tear apart all these people in front of me. Yu Ting licked his lips, and immediately led the practitioners of Yuchi's family towards him. Zi Ling's face was silent for a while. There were too many enemies. When she entered the secret realm of Chen Tian, she was separated from Fang Fan. She has only two heroes, Caitlin and Kyle, as well as the Judgment Unicorn Legion and the Dragon Lion Knight Legion. In addition, there are 5 young genius cultivators, Xiling Palace, Chasing Soul Pavilion and Motion Pavilion. These peerless geniuses of the 7th grade power and the 8th grade power are all top-notch in the Luminary Galaxy, but in the Chen Tian secret realm, they are the bottom of the shrimp. When the battle is on, they naturally can't be of much use. The only ones that can really be used in combat are the Dragon and Lion Knight Legion, the Unicorn Legion of Judgment, and even the 2 heroes of Caitlin Kyle. In addition to herself, she barely managed to gather more than 20 combat power. In the secret realm of Chen Tian, they can exert the peak combat power of the 1-star Emperor realm. Hey, 21-star Emperor realm peak combat power is too little, too little. There are nearly 5,000 enemies in front of us. These are the elites of the Yuchi family. Among them, there are as many as 500 or 600 that can exert the combat power of the 1-star Emperor realm. Zi Ling gritted her teeth, a helpless look on her face. It's a crush. Fortunately, it was decided that the Unicorn Legion and the Dragon Lion Knight Legion were not ordinary existences. They used the Legion skills again and again, and the existence of a series of cards allowed them to stick to the present, but now they have reached their limit. Continue to fight, but you will really have to fight with your life. Zi Ling gritted her teeth, with a determined look in her eyes. She could not be caught by the people in front of her anyway, making herself a bargaining chip for them to threaten Fang Fan. This is absolutely impossible. This is the bottom line. Follow me, fight to the death. If you can escape, look for opportunities to break through. There's no need to die with us. Zi Ling took a breath and said calmly, at this moment, she already had the will to die in her heart. Want to escape? Have you asked my opinion? None of you can escape, all of you have to be captured by me. If you don't want to die, just capture it. Otherwise, kill them all. The second head of the Yuchi family, Yu Ting, looked excited and threatened everyone. What if you kill us? Fang Fan will avenge us. At that time, all of you will pay a heavy price. We are dead, and someone will avenge us. Zi Ling smiled miserably, and couldn't help thinking of that confident smile, and she didn't know where this guy was at the moment. Even if Fang Fan is here now, so what? I'll kill him together. Did you really think you were in Chen Tian City? You thought that the Chen Tian clan was protecting you. This is the secret realm of Chen Tian. The Chen Tian family, They can't care about you. You will die if you fight against our Yuchi family. Fang Fan? A country bumpkin from a lower third-class galaxy, what's he worth? You let him appear in front of me now, and I will cut him with 1,000 swords. A violent roar came out of Yuchiding's mouth, and his eyes were completely covered in blood. Want to stab me with 1,000 swords? Just you. An indifferent voice came, and the whole person seemed to be condensed for a moment. Fang Fan. Seeing Fang Fan, Zi Eiling, who was bathed in the rain of blood, screamed in surprise. Lord. Heroes Caitlin, Kyle, as well as the Dragon Lion Knight Army and the Judgment Unicorn Army immediately surrounded Fang Fan. For them, Fang Fan's existence is a reassurance. No matter what kind of adversity, as long as Fang Fan arrives, he can overcome it. Fang Fan. Why are you here? Yu Chi-Ting's voice stuttered a little, and while speaking, he took a few steps back unnaturally. This is a subconscious action. After all, he has been taught by Fang Fan too many times, and he has formed a conditioned reflex. Now when he sees Fang Fan, he feels that he is going to be beaten again. Of course, his intuition is quite accurate. The law of space, open. Snapped. Fang Fan slapped him directly. The slap sound was clear and loud, making people turn their heads to watch subconsciously. You dare to hit me, I will fight with you. Yu Chi-Ting's eyes were filled with murderous intent. His face has just healed. Now that I have been slapped again, is it about to be disfigured again? Why is he the one who gets hit every time? It's not fair. Yu Chi-Ting thought so in his heart, and then frantically attacked Fang Fan. Just responding to him, it will always be just countless slaps. Clap clap clap. Each slap is crisp and sweet, giving people a sense of shock from the heart. Fang Fan, who has understood the power of the 9 laws, has soared to a peak of fear. Comprehension of the power of the 2 laws can directly promote the true king of the top, and this true king of the top is actually the hottest true king of the chicken. Divine system of the strongest card supplier in the end times, Doomsday strongest card supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1182. Correspondingly, the more the power of the comprehension, the better the effect on the increase of one's own combat power. Fang Fan, who has already understood the power of the 9 laws, can completely kill any 1-star emperor in terms of combat power. Of course, the premise is that such a 1-star emperor does not comprehend the power of the 9 laws. In the entire Chentian star field and even all the surrounding star fields, there are a few more who have realized the power of the 9 laws. To some extent, Fang Fan can completely punish him. After all, in the Chentian secret realm, the highest combat power that can be exerted is the 1-star emperor realm. As for strength, it is mainly up to you to rely on your own means. Yu Chi-Ting gradually became numb. He felt that his face no longer had much awareness. He no longer knew how many slaps he had received from Fang Fan. At this moment, he only felt his brain buzzing. Why? You are obviously a true king, why can you beat me again and again? I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. This is not true. It must be fake, right? Yuchiding's face gradually became distorted. At this moment he seemed to be immersed in a fantasy. I said long ago, don't provoke me again and again. You really don't deserve it. The first few times, you survived by luck. But this time, he. The sword in Fang Fan's hand gradually lifted, and his eyes became sharp. You want to kill me? No. Impossible. You can't kill me. Ha ha ha. I have 5,000 Yuchi clan elites under my command, and there are 600 of them who can exert the combat power of the 1-star emperor realm. You're dead. Someone. Surround them with me. Kill them for me. Don't leave me alone. I need to end everything in front of me with the killing. The war is endless. All have to die. All have to die. Yuchi Ting went crazy behind all the practitioners in the Yuchi family, and his body trembled unnaturally. He did it out of fear. Just now, he almost died. Totally chilled. Thinking of the scene just now, Yuchi Ting felt inexplicably panic in his heart. The cultivators of the Yuchi family rushed over, thousands of scales, how strong. Fang Fan, what should we do? Otherwise, let's scatter and evacuate. There are too many practitioners in Yuchi's family. A look of anxiety appeared on Zi Ling's face. It's all my fault, I've caused you trouble. Zi Ling bit her lip with a guilty look on her face. It is not easy to get such a queen to say such words. How can this be called trouble? It's just appetizers. Evacuate or something, you don't need it. You go to protect the young cultivators in Xiling Palace, chasing Soul Pavilion, and Motion Pavilion first, so that they don't move. As for this, just leave it to me. I haven't fought so heartily in a long time. Fang Fan stretched his waist, and the smile on his face grew more and more. The right amount of fighting will not be so boring. The key point is that this Chentian secret realm is too empty. It takes 10 minutes to fight monsters and 10 hours to find monsters is no joke. Fang Fan's big knife is already hungry and thirsty. These people from the Yuchi family are the delicious meals delivered to you by God. Guan Hai. Lead the Yellow Turban typing warlock to curse and corrupt these enemies. Blood Shuro Legion. Dragon Lion Knight Legion. Judgment Unicorn Legion. Charge forward. Press down the enemy's fireworks. Galen, Kyle, flank, and kill. Vega, it's time for you to cast your dark magic. Caitlin. Focus on gathering the leaders of the enemy cultivators. The hardy battle has begun. The corners of Fang Fan's mouth rose wildly, his hands could not help clenching tightly, and the law pistol in his hand also began to condense law bullets. Condense the power of the 9 laws into a single rule bullet. A law bullet that is condensed by the power of the law is hit by the law pistol, and it will be able to exert the power of a full-strength blow from the 1-star Emperor's Lord Realm. And this is enough. One bullet is not enough, then another one. Until all the enemies in front of you are reimbursed. This battle can be ended in line with it. Since that's the case, there's no need to say more. Fang Fan smiled slightly, then frantically pulled the trigger. With the law condensed into law bullets, Fang Fan can almost instantly condense the bullet. So as long as his spiritual power is not exhausted, he can theoretically shoot continuously. Boom. Bang bang bang. Bang bang bang. The flying bullets of the law shoot rapidly among the practitioners of the Yuchi family, taking away a fresh life. And the bullets never stop. Use a king-level supply card. When the spiritual power on his body is not enough, Fang Fan will directly get a supply card to get it. There is a limit of 10 per day to use supply cards, otherwise he can really become an invincible strafing machine. A madman, that's a madman. What exactly is the weapon in his hand? Every shot can take away a 1-star emperor from our Yuchi family. Damn it! If we kill him like this, our Yuchi family will suffer heavy losses. The second head of the Yuchi family, Yuchi Ting, clenched his fists tightly, his body began to tremble continuously, and the sound of inhalation gradually became rapid. Young master, brothers have lost too much land. The enemy is too weird. Many of our brothers were directly corrupted into a pool of blood, and some, their hair and beard were all white, and they were aging in an instant, and then there is that crazy shooting Fang Fan, he is a killing machine, we can't mess with it. It's up. Our casualties have almost reached 20%. Little Lord. Snapped. A knowledgeable cultivator from the Yuchi family ran over to dissuade Yuchi Ting from his crazy actions, but unfortunately his actions were destined to be meaningless and worthless. For a man who is already insane, he just wants to kill. As for the consequences, Just think about it, do you need to care? Kill. Continue to kill me. Kill him without leaving a piece of armor. If you don't kill Fang Fan today, no one is allowed to withdraw. The injured, the ones who can't move, the ones who feel they will die, can't you hold your enemy and explode yourself? Ah! Being humbly killed and fleeing, there is no such coward in our Yuchi family. Kill. Kill to the end. Fight for the majesty of the Yuchi family. Fight for ourselves. Fight for victory. Yuchi Ting stood in the crowd and started to cheer wildly. He let the cultivators of the Yuchi family charge in front. As for himself, he hid behind him from beginning to end, not daring to move forward easily. He still doesn't want to be targeted and beheaded suddenly. He had seen Fang Fan's miraculous means before, he was afraid, and he felt that he couldn't handle it. Now, only the human sea tactics can achieve decisive results. Na Yan, you have a strong premonition, what do you think the result of this battle will be? Fang Fan slaughtered in a circle, and then came back. Seeing that the star disciple Na Yan was also fighting, he couldn't help but ask. Na Yan was stunned for a moment, not expecting Fang Fan to ask so directly. But he really carefully predicted it just now, and the result is no suspense. Crush. Crush directly. There will be no accidents. Na Yan said honestly, whether it is predicted or inferred according to the current situation, how likely is the problem? Fang Fan smiled lightly, didn't say much, and continued to kill. The law pistol in his hand never stopped firing. The crushing of momentum is to show momentum. The 5,000 elites of the Yuchi family were also gradually being eliminated, the elites were getting fewer and fewer, and their combat power also declined. Fang Fan has less than 100 people around him, but his combat power is unparalleled. The Blood Shura Legion, the Dragon Lion Knight Legion, and the Judgment Unicorn Legion attacked wildly in front, and fought hard as a striker to the end. A series of legion skills of the Yellow Turban typing Warlock Legion are displayed wildly, making the enemies grow old one by one before they get close, and even turn into blood. After the Sacrifice Summon Legion's exclusive skills are displayed, the combat power will be stronger, soaring directly to an extreme peak. There are more skeleton soldiers and skeleton beasts around quickly, maybe your comrades have just died, and the next moment they will become skeleton soldiers and attack you. Who can resist this? The battle strength of one side is getting less and less, and even gradually disappears into invisible. The combat power of the other side has rapidly increased. The gap in between will only get bigger. This is also a chicken feather. Until now, not even a single enemy has been killed. Mad, the young master is trying to kill us. This is too tricky, isn't it? I can't stand it. I can't stand it for real. Huh. We have no grievances with him, why do you lead us to a dead end? I can't figure it out, I really can't figure it out. This Fang Fan is the consort of the Chen Tian clan, let alone we can't kill him, what if we succeed in killing him? When we leave the Chen Tian secret realm, we may be directly killed by the cultivators of the Chen Tian clan. Killed. He, Fang Fan was killed to vent his anger on the young master Yu Ting. Where did he put our life and death for his own selfish desires? Damn. Damn it. It's true. How can you be like this? I feel embarrassed just thinking about it. Or, let's run? There's no need to die here. Indeed, otherwise, let's run away. Escape. Where can we escape? We are from Yuchi's family in life, and we are also ghosts of Yuchi's family in death. Where can we escape? And that Yu Ting has been staring at us all the time. I can't escape for the time being, but it's absolutely impossible to spend my life here in vain. I don't want to die. We retreated as we fought, retreated to both sides, and waited for an opportunity to escape. The battle has been going on until now, These practitioners in Yuchi's family have no motivation for a long time, they can only say that they are still paddling. How can we achieve a good record in this state? On the whole, it is basically in a state of dead silence. Now let's see who can survive who. You stand up for me. Get on me. Who told you to withdraw? Who allowed you to withdraw? You bastards, are you still crazy? How dare you ignore my orders? You are looking for death. Yu Chi-ting was holding a sword, his face gradually distorted. Did you take him, the young master of the Yuchi family, in your eyes? What have these guys been up to all along? This is the ultimate asshole. If you don't take him seriously, is this a rebellion? Young master, it's not that we are unwilling to attack, but that we are powerless. The opponent is too strong, we can't beat it at all. If you want me to say, it's better to withdraw. Yeah, young master, keep the green hills without worrying about no firewood. If you don't withdraw now, it will be too late. We are all willing to escort the young master away. Young master, we entered the secret realm of Chentian to hunt for treasures to seize the source of God, not here to make self-judgment. Young master, please think twice. There were waves of shouts, all of them wanting to retreat. Yu Chi-ting's face turned blue and white, and he felt that he had been greatly humiliated. Absolutely asshole. This is a humiliation to him. The 5,000 Yuchi clan's elites were even able to come up with 5 or 601-star Sovereign Lord Realm elite combat power, but what was the final result? Falling back. Humiliation. The great sense of humiliation made Yu Chi-ting just want to let out a roar. You have some rubbish. Disturb our army. Cut. Click, click. In anger, Yu Chi-ting directly swung his knife and beheaded the few leaders of the Yuchi family in front of him. The blood was flowing all over the place. The killing continues. By killing those practitioners of the Yuchi family, let them continue to attack. This is Yu Chi-ting's method and Fang Fan. Taken together, his means and methods are really not that strong. The way of killing and killing is right, but it is not for you to kill your own people. Second brother. My second brother was killed. Killed by Yu Chi-ting. Ah. And my Kui brother was also beheaded. Third brother. I will definitely avenge you. It doesn't matter if I die in the hands of the enemy, I will recognize it. But I am not reconciled to die in the hands of my own. I am very reconciled. Haha. Who made him the young master of the Yuchi family? We are powerless to resist. Why can't we resist? We can overthrow him at any time as long as we want. That's right. What's he worth? I heard that the patriarch has long been dissatisfied with him, and it may not be long before the family will replace him as the young lord. Since he doesn't treat us as human beings, why should we continue to serve him? Just stay here and kill him. No. Absolutely not. As long as you are a little bloody, follow me. Go. Treasures are everywhere in the secret realm of Chentian. The source of God is everywhere. Let's go treasure hunting, don't waste time on these nihilistic things. Add me one. Me too. The crowd immediately rioted. Their goals and objectives are clear. That is life and treasure. Yu Chi-ting is the young master of the Yuchi family, so after entering the secret realm of Chentian, they subconsciously obey orders, but this kind of obedience is not necessary. Now Yu Chi-ting is beheading their relatives at every turn to shock them, which has completely broken their hearts and touched their scales. Because Yu Chi-ting is the young master of the Yuchi family, they dare not take revenge, but can't they evacuate by themselves? You can behead it if you retreat alone, and you can behead 10 people, but what about hundreds of cultivators who retreat together? You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1183. In such a situation, can Yu Ting alone be able to kill him? The situation just collapsed. Fang Fan walked over silently with a law pistol in his hand. At this moment, Yu Ting thought of running away, but unfortunately, it was too late. Fang Fan's gun was aimed at him. This is a dead end of your own choosing. Anyway, you should endure it yourself. I let you go countless times before, but it's a pity that you don't cherish this hard-won survival opportunity. If that's the case, why should I forgive you? Death is your final outcome. Fang Fan put his finger on the trigger, just press it lightly, everything will be solved. No, do not want. Fang Fan, you can't kill me. Do you think you can sit back and relax with your back against the Chen Tian clan? You cannot. What is the Chen Tian family? The Chen Tian clan will be destroyed soon. Chen Tian city will be the domain of our Yuchi family. The entire Chen Tian Star region will also be renamed Yuchi Star region. You forgive me now, and the account between us is written off. I won't ask you to settle the account when I leave the Chen Tian secret realm. Really, help. Help. I don't want to die. The crazy roar came, and Yu Ting revealed some other information while making a hilarious roar. For example, Chen Tian clan was destroyed. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes, and there was a look of interest in his eyes. From this Yu Ting's face, Fang Fan saw some authenticity. This news doesn't seem to be fake. Is this a killing and planning of the Chen Tian clan by the Yuchi family? Fang Fan's eyes gradually narrowed, and the sense of surprise on his face became more and more. If that's the case, things get messy. In any case, the Chen Tian clan had a lot of dealings with him, and if he watched the Chen Tian clan collapse, Fang Fan would not be able to do it. After all, Chen Tianchi is already his woman, and Chen Tianshan has been calling Fang Fan's elder brother Fang Fan. The Chen Tian family, Chen Tianyuan, also sincerely regarded Fang Fan as his son-in-law. If you can help, you should help yourself. Tell me, what happened to the Chen Tian clan? Yuchi clan want to take action against the Chen Tian clan? It seems a little over the top, doesn't it? Fang Fan's law pistol pressed against Yuchiting's forehead and asked directly. Fang Fan, are you afraid? Are you afraid? Do you want to kneel down and beg for peace? Ha ha ha. I really thought that you were not afraid of the sky. It turns out that you also have your own fears and fears. Tisk tisk tisk, let go of me, and I will naturally explain everything to you. Do you feel sorry for that bitch Chen Tianchi? Give it up? That's not an existence you can covet. Chen Tianxi Chen Tianshan, this pair of sisters will be mine. Yu Ting stood up proudly, looking very proud, and from the overall look, he seemed to be quite excited. I asked you about the Chen Tian clan, what's going on? If you don't say it, you will die. Fang Fan looked at Yu Ting coldly, and immediately stretched out his hand, breaking Yu Ting's arm. What? Fang Fan. Ha ha ha. Only I know the secret. If you want me to tell it, you must let me go. As long as I don't tell this secret, you won't dare to kill me. You can kill me if you have one. You dare not. Ah ha 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 ha. Boom. The sound of the explosion of the bullet and the wild laughter of Yu Pond were intertwined, making it very clear. Yu Ting stared at him, his face full of disbelief. Why is this happening? This is very different from what he expected. Doesn't he want to know what's going on? He doesn't care about the life and death of the Chen Tianzhu. No. Absolutely not, there is definitely something wrong here. It's just that I don't know. This was Yu Ting's last consciousness, and immediately, he completely lost his breath of life. Kill you, I can still know. It's a pity to waste a soul search card. Fang Fan held a purple card in his hand, and immediately pressed Yuchiding's head, and began to search for his memory. Soul Search card, as the name suggests, can search for memories in a person's soul. However, the level of the Soul Seeker and the Soul Seeker should not be too different, otherwise there will be a risk of being turned into an idiot by backlash. In addition, the memory obtained by Soul Search will be somewhat incomplete. 10 minutes later, Fang Fan's eyes gradually opened, and a look of interest appeared on his face. Interesting. According to this Yuchiding's memory, he only got some information that the Yuchi family is going to deal with the Chentian family from the words of his father Yuchiwei. Just relying on the Yuchi family is definitely not enough. It seems that there are other forces involved. As for which force it is, we don't know. Fang Fan took a breath and adjusted his mental state a little. My lord, the battlefield has been cleaned, and 1,700 Yuchi cultivators have been killed. 537 trillion yuan of top-quality divine crystals have been seized. More than 700 pieces of various imperial artifacts. The other thing is these cards that burst out. Galen still followed the previous rules and handed over the spoils to Fang Fan to look at them one by one. Those ordinary cards, Garen, have already screened for Fang Fan, and the ones in his hands are basically some high-end cards. Emperor-level weapon card, after opening it, you will get an Emperor-level weapon. Emperor-level magic scroll card, after using it, you can directly cast a random Emperor-level magic. The Emperor-level enchantment card, the Emperor-level promotion card. Fang Fan's eyes followed and swept around. Basically, they were all common cards, but nothing special. From the perspective of the situation, everything was normal. Also, generally speaking, the probability of exploding treasure cards is proportional to the opponent's strength and level. When most of the enemies you kill are in the King Realm and the Emperor Realm, the cards you get are naturally of this level. But if the enemy killed is a quasi-sanctuary or even a sanctuary, that's different. At that time, the quasi-sanctuary card and the sanctuary level card should be opened. Fang Fan smiled slightly, thinking to himself. Task Reminder card. This card is a bit interesting. Fang Fan looked at the card in front of him, and was immediately interested. Task Reminder card, this card is an exclusive card for the host. Using this card, you can give some key reminders to the host's unfinished tasks. It can only be prompted once. Fang Fan. Prompt task. At present, it seems that the task of 9 Armored Unity has not been completed. Why don't you try it? What if you can find any clues? Fang Fan thought to himself, and then narrowed his eyes and looked at this task reminder card. Use quest cue cards. Ding. Successfully used the task reminder card. 9 Armored Unity. The second stage task has been refreshed. Fang Fan heard a system sound, and the task panel in front of him instantly changed. Ding. Detected the existence of devouring divine armor fragments, and now release the task 9 Armored Unity. Task Introduction. This is a piece of divine armor, one of the fragments that devours divine armor. Your own level is absolutely quasi-sacred. Collect all 9 pieces to create a divine weapon. The first stage of the mission, find the Soul Eater, completed. The second stage of the mission, find the Pixio armor, unfinished. Introduction to the second stage of the mission. The Pixio armor is an important part of the Devouring God armor, and it is in the southeast at the moment. The time limit for the second stage of the mission. Reward for the second stage of the mission. The Pixio armor and the Soul Eater armor are directly fused, and they are promoted to a 1-star holy weapon to swallow the holy armor. The host obtains the God-level carving technique. Punishment for the second stage of the mission, a lightning strike. Remarks, a great opportunity is in front of you. A divine weapon is placed in front of you, please pick it up without hesitation. You are the king of devouring. You are the true master of the divine armor. Fang Fan looked at the task panel in front of him, and couldn't help but fall into a brief contemplation. I didn't expect this task to be updated. According to the meaning above, this Pixio armor is in the secret realm of Chentian. The southeast direction, there is only a simple direction, and there is no specific location. It seems to have to grope a little bit to find out. However, it also shows from the side that there are really many treasures in this Chentian secret realm. But not only the source of God. When the time is right, these treasures can be brought back to themselves. As for this God-level carving technique, what effect does it have? Fang Fan looked directly at the introduction. God-level engraving, this is a mysterious card engraving technique. You can engrave on blank cards to carve the cards you want. It's a simple introduction, but it's not simple. Fang Fan's eyes instantly lit up. This is simply an unexpected surprise. If according to the above, this God-level carving technique is not too strong. Engrave on a blank card and engrave the desired card. With this God-level carving technique, can those useless blank cards come in handy? You can also carve cards according to your own wishes. Isn't it possible to have any cards you want? At that time, carve a few more cards of the source of God's power, and why are you still struggling to find monsters and kill monsters here? In any case, this God-level engraving card must be in your hands. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes, the light in his eyes flickered, and the excitement on his face was obvious. The premise of learning the God-level carving technique is to find the Pixio armor, complete the second stage task of 9 armored unity. This will not only be able to synthesize the Pixio armor and the soul-eating heaven armor into a sacred artifact armor, but also obtain a God-level carving technique. This task must be completed as soon as possible. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes and thought to himself, this road also needs to go down a little bit. Everyone, head to the southeast. Fang Fan gave an order, and everyone immediately began to migrate. Although it is important to kill monsters and gather the source power of God, it is even more important to find the Pixio armor. If you can find this Pixio armor, it can be regarded as a complete change. I just don't know when I'll be able to find it. I only have 7 days, no. 6 days to be exact. Fang Fan thought about it. Chentian's secret realm will only be open for 7 days, and the previous battles have already consumed a lot of time. In other words, he needs to get the Pixio armor within 6 days, otherwise he will fall short. System, you have to give some hints or something. Otherwise, I'll just search the past like this. What's the point of this quest reminder card? Fang Fan secretly complained. In fact, he has been moving towards the southeast for a long time, but so far there is no sign. Ding. When the Pixio armor is within 3,000 miles of the host will be notified. 3,000 miles. Fang Fan's face darkened, so, there is still a long way to go. Everyone, speed up. Fang Fan snorted secretly, and directly turned the firepower to the maximum. The people behind them are also running at full speed. That's Purple Frost Ganodermalucidum, a top-grade elixir of imperial rank. The unit price is generally between billions of top-grade divine crystals to tens of billions of top-grade divine crystals. There are at least more than 1,000 plants in such a large area. The value should be around 10 trillion top-grade divine crystals. Fang Fan glanced at the medicine garden below, took a subconscious breath, and then strode away. For the sake of the Pixio armor, I can only give up some things. Fang Fan's face showed a pained look. If I go down to pick it, I am afraid it will take a few hours. After all, this kind of purple frost Ganodermalucidum is relatively fragile, and you need to be careful when picking. 10 trillion top-quality divine crystals, 10 star cores. Well, it seemed like an astronomical sum before, but now, it's okay. After all, if I want to understand the 10th law now, I need 1,000,000 star cores. Comparing 10 and 1 million, the difference is not too big. As Fang Fan thought about it, the psychological pressure was much less. Fang Fan, you've changed. Zi Ling, who was on the side, suddenly looked at Fang Fan with a strange look, and sighed from the bottom of her heart. Changed? What has changed? I'm still me. Fang Fan was quite stunned, somewhat inexplicable. You will never let go of any way to obtain divine crystals before. For the hundreds of trillions of low-grade divine crystals in the Chasing Soul Pavilion, you were very willing to accept the task. But now, the purple frost Ganodermalucidum worth 10 trillion top-quality divine crystals is placed in front of you, but you are not moved at all. Strange, so strange. Sure enough. Men are big pigs' hooves. When you have a new love, you forget the old love. Now that there are so many divine crystals on my body, I am too lazy to ask for these little divine crystals. Zi Ling let out a sigh of emotion, saying that there was something else to say. Fang Fan's mouth twitched. How could this be related to his morality? How can a man become a big pig's hoof? This map was fired, unqualified. I gave up Zishuang Lingzi because there are more precious treasures waiting for me to grab. You can't pick up sesame seeds and lose watermelon. Fang Fan secretly took a breath, and now he can only pray that Pixio armor can persist until he arrives. Ding! The existence of the Pixio armor has been detected. It has entered the range of 3,000 miles of the Pixio armor. Please carefully explore the host. While speaking, Fang Fan suddenly heard a system prompt. It's finally here. I gave up so many treasures and elixir along the way and never picked it, but it's worth it. Fang Fan silently clenched his fists and smiled. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1184. Now that the trace of the Pixio armor has been found, the next thing to do is to grab it. Fang Fan's eyes swept around in a circle, and there were bright lights in his eyes. Naturally, it is no longer possible to conduct exploration directly and in all directions as before. If possible, it is necessary to carefully conduct exploration from the surrounding area, and try to search every inch of the land as clearly as possible. Lord, there are traces of practitioners there. It seems to be the banner of the Tianyu Chamber of Commerce. Galen walked over with a big sword in his hand and told him. Fang Fan squinted his eyes and glanced into the distance, and the sense of surprise on his face couldn't help but become more. The Tianyu Chamber of Commerce is the first chamber of commerce that shakes several surrounding star fields. It is natural to want to send a few people into the Chentian secret realm. It's just that this one has come. Fang Fan's eyes were directly focused on the girl in white before him, and a thoughtful look appeared on his face. Sikong Yuxin seems to have some extraordinary relationship with the Tianyu Chamber of Commerce. Looking at the Tianyu Chamber of Commerce, those people are obviously headed by her. Fang Fan's eyes looked into the distance, gradually showing a thoughtful look. Ding! The Pixio armor is detected within 1 kilometer. The system sound came again, and Fang Fan's eyes became brighter. Opportunity and hope lie ahead. All he needs to do is seize such a good opportunity. Could it be that the Sikong Yuxin also found out the whereabouts of the Pixio armor? Fang Fan squinted his eyes gradually revealed a contemplative look, thinking so in his heart, and then strode out. Friend Fang Fan? How did Daoist Fang Fan come here? Seeing Fang Fan walking out, Sikong Yuxin looked a little surprised, and then said hello. Fang Fan smiled slightly, and then replied indifferently, I'm here to find a treasure. Fellow Daoist Fang Fan is also here for this Wanbao Lake. Sikong Yuxin said with a smile again. Fang Fan was stunned for a moment. Wanbao Lake? What do you mean? What's different about the lake in front of you? Sikong Yuxin looked at Fang Fan, and the sense of difference in her eyes grew more and more. She thought she was the only one who knew the exact location of Wanbao Lake, but Fang Fan also knew the secret. Is there anything special about this Wanbao Lake? Fang Fan's eyes scanned the surroundings, but he didn't find anything strange. Overall, it looked like an ordinary river. Do you really not know Fang Fan? Then how did you find this place? This Wanbao Lake is the essence of the Chentian secret realm. It is said that before the Chentian clan was defeated, this Wanbao Lake was the secret treasure house of the Chentian clan. Even if thousands of years have passed and things have changed, the reputation of Wanbao Lake still remains. When the tide bursts every 10,000 years, Wanbao Lake will also appear accordingly. It's just that the location of Wanbao Lake's appearance are uncertain. Maybe it will appear in the center of Chentian's secret realm this time, and next time it will appear in a corner of Chentian's secret realm. The Tianyu Chamber of Commerce also searched for a long time before they learned some experience in finding Wanbao Lake. Originally, when I saw fellow deist Fang Fan coming, I thought you knew everything. Fellow deist Fang Fan is truly blessed. Under such circumstances, Wanbao Lake can be found. In Wanbao Lake, I only need one piece of Pixio armor. I hope fellow deist Fang Fan will not compete with me. As for other treasures, you can take them. Sikong Yuxin said with a smile on his face. Fang Fan was stunned for a moment, and I rubbed it, afraid of what would happen. He just wondered if the Sikong Yuxin would become his opponent on the road to capture the Pixio armor. I just thought about it, this is it. It's fine if it's anything else, this Pixio armor, I also need it. So I'm afraid we can't give in. Fang Fan smiled slightly and looked at Sikong Yuxin, the task is hanging there. The kind that doesn't work if you don't complete the task. You know, Pixio armor. Sikong Yuxin glanced at Fang Fan in surprise, a strange look flashed in his eyes. You must know that she also knew it through the great true God. Fang Fan, as long as you are willing to give up the Pixio armor, I will give you 1,000,000 star cores as compensation. Sikong Yuxin said, Fang Fan's mouth twitched secretly. I'm rubbing it, are there so many local tyrants now? Just this at every turn? That's it? Millions of star cores. This is a number that Fang Fan can only hope for. To be precise, it is an astronomical number. With 1,000,000 star cores, Fang Fan can directly activate the power of the 10th law, and then directly choose to be promoted to the cultivation base, and then he can directly pass the Emperor's catastrophe and cross to the quasi-sanctuary. The temptation, of course, is there, and there are many more. Ding. It is detected that the host's will is not firm, and a warm reminder will be given once. If the mission fails, you will be directly struck by the 9 heavens divine lightning once, and the survival probability is 0.00000001%. Well, if it looks like this, it's basically the same as being cold. The dog system is getting more and more stubborn now. Cough, I said I don't love Star Nucleus, do you believe it? Fang Fan looked at Sikong Yuxin helplessly, which was equivalent to rejecting him directly. Sikong Yuxin blinked, feeling a little surprised. Since fellow deist Fang Fan is unwilling to give up, let's take it separately later. Wanbao Lake is about to burst. Sikong Yuxin looked towards the lake. Above the lake, wisps of white light flickered wildly. This white light shot straight into the sky, making people's eyes light up for a while. At this moment, no matter the practitioners who are in the Chentian secret realm, they all see this white light. It came from that direction. The white light flickered. Could it be that some treasure is about to be born? Ha ha ha. Don't rob anyone, the treasure is mine. It must be mine. Whoever robs, whoever dies. Why do I feel, this white light is a bit weird, as if, I still want the Wanbao Lake recorded in the family's classics. Out of Wanbao Lake, there are endless treasures. Those who are destined, get it? It is said that this Wanbao Lake was the place where the supreme ancestors of the Chen celestial clan stored their treasures. As long as we go to that place, we will become prosperous. The opportunity is right in front of us, don't miss it. Everyone follow me and grab the treasure. Attack! Treasure! Heavenly Sword Palace. Wanbao Lake. All the treasures are mine. If I can win a sacred artifact and give it to my father, the position of my young palace master will be as stable as Mount Tai. An excited look gradually appeared on the face of Jianming, the young palace master of Tianjian Palace. Earth Sect. There may be the spirit of Earth Shade in here. Rush over with me. Don't be preempted by cultivators from other forces. Fu Yun, the chief true disciple of the Earth Demon sect, showed a greedy look on his face. Chen Tian clan. That's the treasure left by the ancestors of my Chen Tian clan. Our Chen Tian clan disciples must protect the treasure of our ancestors. Follow me. The princess of the Chen Tian clan, Chen Tianqi, is determined, and the woman's breath is suddenly revealed. What happened on Wanbao Lake made the cultivators in the entire Chen Tian secret realm move independently, and they rushed here frantically. The purpose, naturally, it was to capture the treasure. You must know that Wanbao Lake is the relic left by the supreme ancestor of the Chen Tian clan, who knows how many treasures are there. The wind was surging, and the secret realm of Chen Tian suddenly became restless. This Wanbao Lake can spray treasures on its own, and then go to snatch it? Fang Fan looked at the treasures floating in the air above Wanbao Lake, and his face couldn't help showing a look of surprise. This operation, he really can't understand it. This first treasure is an intermediate level quasi-sacred artifact. It seems that the quality is indeed quite high. Fang Fan immediately nodded and sighed. The treasure is in front of him, so Fang Fan naturally won't miss it, so he flew and collected the treasure directly. This Wanbao Lake will only throw treasures once an hour. The types of treasures vary widely. They may be various weapons, or some rare medicinal pills, or the source of the gods. In short, the level is not bad. But when will the Pixio armor appear? I don't know. Sikong Yuxin's beautiful eyes narrowed immediately, and there was a hint of emotion in her eyes. She doesn't take these quasi-sacred artifacts in the slightest, and she doesn't even have the desire to seize them. Basically, those practitioners from the Tianyu Chamber of Commerce go to snatch them. In the early stage, only Fang Fan and others were here, and there were few monks and more porridge, so the competition was not so fierce. It was only later that more and more cultivators gathered here, and their goal was naturally the treasure in Wanbao Lake, and competition, from this, it flourished. Tianjian Palace. The practitioners of Tianjian Palace are here. The two teams of Tianjian Palace are gathered together, and there are tens of thousands of elites. In addition to the Tianjian Palace, the Earth Demon sect is also, there are also tens of thousands of Earth Demon sect practitioners. The 10,000 Demons Alliance, that is the Heavenly Fox Saintess of the 10,000 Demons Alliance. She came with the beasts of the 10,000 Demons Alliance. These four are all third-rank forces. Hey, I am afraid that most of the treasures in this Wanbao Lake will be taken away by them. What? Do you have any other opinions? If they can't get it, will it be possible for you to get it? Hey, that is, we are such an existence that we can drink some soup and water, and we are satisfied. As long as I grab a treasure, I will run away immediately. Run away? Well, I don't know how many treasures there are in this Wanbao Lake. It's always been swallowed. There is always a limit, right? It's all appetizers in the front. It is said that in the back, it is the real treasure. In the later stage, the competition is fierce. That makes me a little moved. According to the records of the classics, before Wanbao Lake really opens, dozens of rounds of ordinary treasures will be thrown out, usually quasi-sacred artifacts or quasi-sacred medicine pills, and their value is very limited. Well, after Wanbao Lake is truly opened, every treasure will be born with a treasure protector. Only by defeating this god can you get the treasure. That's the real treasure. It is said that there will be a total of 7 treasure guardian gods, which means that there will be 7 peerless treasures. Tisk tisk tisk, if you can get treasures of that level, you will be truly developed. As for now, it's just the beginning. It seems that I haven't missed the most exciting part. I came here specially to watch the fun. Oh, you still have a little self-knowledge, knowing that these treasures have nothing to do with you. The heroes gather, and the variables suddenly emerge. Fang Fan. Seeing Fang Fan, Chen Tianqi cried out in surprise, with an excited expression on his face. It's really good that you're fine. Chen Tianqi's eyes were looking around Fang Fan, and his hands were still fumbling around Fang Fan for a while, as if he was investigating Fang Fan's physical condition. Brother Fang Fan. Chen Tianshan also entered the Chen Tian secret realm with the Chen Tian clan's team this time, and when she saw Fang Fan, she rushed over. Lord Daji, Jax, the three-headed dog of hell, the unicorn in the dark night, Kunpeng Biming, Yun Xiao Xiao, the major legions. At this moment, everyone was attracted by the white light and came to Wanbao Lake. This wave of stillness in Wanbao Lake almost attracted everyone in the entire Chen Tian secret realm. Fang Fan opened his mouth. The biggest reason he came here was to find Pixio armor. Originally, it was only him and Sikong Yuxin from the Tianyu Chamber of Commerce. Although they also had a competitive relationship, their competitiveness was limited to a certain limit. Now that there are so many people all of a sudden, the process of capturing treasures is full of more variables. It can be said that if you are not careful, you may become the public enemy of the whole people. Fang Fan's eyes glanced around the surroundings. Among the 4 major third-grade forces present, the Earth Demon Sect and the Heavenly Sword Palace were basically his mortal enemies. As for the 10,000 Demons Alliance, although Fang Fan had some contacts with them, it was far from a big relationship. Fang Fan can even foresee it. If there is any entanglement of interests, the first person to be attacked must be Fang Fan. The situation is on the verge of collapse. However, the major legions, heroes, and pets that are still under my command have all come, but they have added some combat power to me. The ultimate purpose of my trip is still the Pixio armor. Other treasures can be temporarily abandoned, but the Pixio armor must be taken. Fang Fan clenched his fists secretly, thinking to himself, this is his bottom line. If this bottom line is broken, this trip to the secret realm of Chen Tian will be in vain. Fang Fan. It's Fang Fan. This young palace master killed him. The moment Jianming, the master of Tianjian Palace's young palace, saw Fang Fan, the whole person trembled, and the killing intent in his eyes began to gather wildly. He will never forget the humiliation that Fang Fan brought to him, and the anger in his heart has reached its peak at this moment. Young palace master, this time we came here to capture treasure. It's business to get the treasure. As for the rest, let's put it away for now. And the relationship between Fang Fan and the Chen Tian family is irresistible. Once we choose to attack Fang Fan, we will definitely be regarded as an enemy by the Chen Tian family. This is not in our vested interests. Instead of consuming combat power at this time, it's better to kill them incidentally after taking the treasure. A cultivator from Tianjian Palace quickly held his sword life, for fear that he would do something inappropriate. When things have developed to this point, any irrational behavior may make you miss the opportunity to watch. Before Wanbao Lake, treasures are the most important. As for other grievances and hatreds, all that can be released must be completely let go. Behead him after taking the treasure. Haha. It makes sense. It makes sense. If that's the case, let him live a little longer. This time, in the treasure hunt in front of Wanbao Lake, my Tianjian Palace must come out on top. Treasures in the world, return to Tianjian Palace. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1185. Wanbao Lake, open every 10,000 years. I am a god of the sky. Defeat me, 1,000 strands of God's source power will be offered. On Wanbao Lake, those white lights became even brighter, and everyone focused their attention, with expressions of joy on their faces. After waiting for so long, finally, I'm going to take the final step. Compared with the treasures floating out of Wanbao Lake before, this 1,000 strands of divine power are obviously more moving. Wanbao Lake was thoroughly inspired. Once Wanbao Lake appears, there will be 7 gods who will take action one after another. 7 rare treasures will appear at that time. The first item is actually 1,000 strands of divine power. Chen Tianqi squinted his eyes, and a smile appeared on his face. 1,000 strands of God's source power, that's 100,000 strands of God's source power. This number is not too small. Fang Fan clenched his fist silently, and there was a flash of light in his eyes. If he could get hold of it, it would be enough to seal the 8th rank celestial judge or the 7th rank celestial apprentice. 1,000 strands of divine power, he is determined to get it. Cultivators of Tianjian Palace, follow me to kill. Kill the generals and snatch the source of God. Brothers of the Earth Fiend sect, kill the generals and reward the top quality divine crystals with millions of billions. The alliance of 10,000 demons, fight with me. Divine Sword Section. Blood Sea Pavilion. Those who can make a difference on this level of battlefield are obviously not ordinary forces. Ordinary forces are not even qualified to participate. At least a cultivator of the 5th grade power can have a certain amount of capital and confidence. The total number of cultivators entering the Chentian Star territory from the ordinary 3rd rank forces can even reach 100,000. Among them, there are even tens of thousands of people at the peak of the 1-star Emperor realm. The 4th rank power is second. There are also 10,000 cultivators, and there are thousands of the strongest combat power in the 1-star Emperor realm owned by the forces. Based on such a calculation, there are almost dozens or hundreds of people with the strongest combat power in the 1-star Emperor realm owned by the item power. As for the 6th rank or 7th rank forces, they are basically in a state of paddling. The practitioners of the major forces rushed over, but they soon retreated back. I will divide thousands of clones, and each clone will command 100 heavenly soldiers. You challengers, you can also lead 100 combat units to fight against me. The first one to kill me, the treasure is his. Tianyishan, standing above Wanbao Lake, suddenly put his hands behind his back and said solemnly. Immediately, he waved his hand, and above Wanbao Lake, portals similar to battle spaces appeared. It seems that after entering the portal, it will be another world. There are so many portals that everyone at the moment can enter individually, and at the same time attack the Tianyi god who guards Wanbao Lake. This rule is not bad. If everyone attacks the same Tianyi god at the same time, there will be various accidents. Everyone is thinking about making up for the last shot, who will kill the enemy. It's the last blow to get the best out of it again, but someone preempts it, isn't it a failure? If the patroness will be able to differentiate into clones, then there will be no problem at all. Fang Fan thought in his heart, his eyes completely focused on Wanbao Lake. According to what the God General said, he could bring 100 people with him. Then enter a portal to challenge the gods. Fang Fan, I'm going to lead the cultivators of the Chen Tian clan to challenge. Chen Tianqi bit her lip. After all, she is the princess of the Chen Tian clan, and she is still leading the practitioners of the Chen Tian clan. She has such a responsibility and obligation to seek the greatest benefit for the Chen Tian clan. Otherwise, she would naturally be willing to follow Fang Fan and assist Fang Fan in capturing the treasure. Fang Fan saw the anxious look on Chen Tianqi's face, and then silently stretched out his hand and hugged Chen Tianqi tightly in his arms. You never did the right thing. If you really gave up those cultivators of the Chen Tian clan to help me, I'm afraid that if you leave the Chen Tian secret realm, the city master of Chen Tian will hack me to death with a machete. Fang Fan shrugged, still thinking about joking. Chen Tianqi felt dumbfounded. This guy is still as charming as ever. The various forces began to act, and the purpose was very simple. Naturally, it was to be the first to kill the clone of Tianyi God, and then to seize the first treasure of Wanbao Lake, the source of 1,000 rays of God. One strand of God's origin power is equivalent to 100 strands of God's origin power. 1,000 strands is 100,000 strands. This is not a small number. At least one has to kill nearly 1,000,000 monsters in the Chen Tian secret realm to have such a gain. And the monsters in the Chen Tian mystery realm are extremely scarce. It is too difficult to achieve this, it is too difficult. This is an almost impossible event. After all, the event is only 7 days away. Almost 2 days have passed now, and everyone can only continue to stay in the Chen Tian secret realm for 5 days. In order to seek the greatest victory, it is most appropriate to seize the treasures of Wanbao Lake. The Yellow Turban Typing Warlock Legion. Quan Hai listens to the order. Blood Azura Legion. Rahu listen to the order. Black Dragon Knights. Gothic Super Sharpshooter Army. Four-Winged War Angel Legion. Abyss Demon General Army. Judgment Unicorn Legion. Barbarian Legion. Dragon and Lion Knights. 9 legions. All obey orders. The sum of your numbers is 91 combat units. So, plus the 6 heroes of Garen, Vega, Kyle, Caitlyn, Jax, and Daji, that's 97 combat units. Hell's three-headed dog roars to the sky. Little golden dragon Ao Guang. Dark Knight Unicorn. A total of 100 combat units. Strike with me. Fang Fan glanced around, and immediately gave the number of people. 9 legions, 6 heroes, and 3 pets, this is where Fang Fan's strength lies. Fang Fan's eyes narrowed secretly. It seems that the 9 major armies have not fought together for a long time. Speaking of which, Fang Fan quite misses the feeling of crazy fighting. Command and deploy according to the characteristics of the 9 major legions, and cooperate with the pets and heroes to fight in an all-round way. It seems to be back to the past. Attack. Fang Fan gave an order and immediately entered a portal in Wanbao Lake. As soon as he walked in, he saw that Tianyishan was standing there holding a spear, and 100 silver-armored heavenly soldiers were neatly lined up behind him. I am the incarnation of a god of the sky. Kill me, you will get the supreme treasure. Tianyishan snorted coldly in his incarnation, and then his eyes flickered with bright lights. 3-star Sovereign Lord Realm God will incarnate. Easy. Fang Fan smiled slightly, feeling confident. The silver-armored soldiers standing behind the Heavenly God General are probably the 1-star Sovereign Realm cultivation base now. Therefore, they should still be equal in terms of combat power. It's not really a big problem for ordinary rank 4 or rank 3 forces to gather 100 cultivators in the 1-star Emperor realm. The biggest problem is to kill Tianyishan, the 3-star Emperor realm. But the major forces still have some confidence and chips to win. As long as you show your backhand a little bit, it won't be very difficult to win. And for Fang Fan, it was even more so. Quan Hai, lead the Yellow Turban Typing Warlock Army to conduct a long-range spell attack. All the remaining melee armies choose to charge, and the long-range attack armies choose strafing attack. Galen, Kyle, Jax, attack from left and right. Vega, prepare for dark magic. Daji, magic attack. Caitlyn, long-range sniping. The 3-headed dog of hell roars to the sky. The unicorn in the dark night. The little golden dragon, Ao Guang, strikes with me. The law pistol. The power of 3 laws. Condensation. The law of wildness, The law of, the law of space. The power of the three laws is crazily condensed together, giving people a sense of tremor from the soul. The law bullets condensed by the three laws will be able to explode the full blow of a 5-star Emperor-level powerhouse. That's enough for now. Fang Fan pulled the trigger directly. Boom. The three law bullets are getting closer and closer to Tianyishan. At the same time, Fang Fan was ready to fire the second bullet of the law. Boom. Click. A rain of blood appeared in front of everyone's eyes, and the temperamental Tianyishan just now will be torn into pieces and disappear in this space. Is it so, cold? I thought I needed to make up the knife again. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes, the corners of his mouth raised slightly, thinking to himself. Secret Realm announcement. The first avatar of Tianyishan has been killed. The battle is over. The source of the 1,000 strands of the gods in the first round belongs to Fang Fan, the master of the human emperor's palace. In the sky above Wanbao Lake, a dull voice suddenly sounded, which sounded somewhat similar to the voice of the god general. Of course, at this moment, everyone has no energy to pay attention to this, but all focus on the lucky one. The first treasure has already belonged. 1,000 strands of God's source power, equivalent to 100,000 strands of God's source power, now completely belong to Fang Fan. Thousands of portals gradually disappeared, and the figures of everyone reappeared. My CAO. I just entered in less than a minute, how did the battle end? I don't want to play like this. What kind of shit is this? Are you playing with my mentality? That's all. It's a chicken feather. That Fang Fan, who killed the incarnation of Tianyi God General. Grass. Is it so strong? I feel very unhappy. 1,000 strands of the source of the gods just passed by like this. Destroy Fang Fan, the source power of these gods is ours. Phew, kill. Kill Fang Fan. Go. For the source of God's power. Human desires are infinite. In the face of 1,000 strands of God's source power, few people can express that it doesn't matter, and they don't take it seriously. From their point of view, they feel that they can kill Fang Fan and win the source of God. The eyes of a pair of evil wolves reveal extreme greed. The Earth Demon Section, Tianjian Palace, and even the 10,000 Demons Alliance are all about to move at this moment. The four major third-grade forces, the Chentian clan, have already been suppressed by Qinshanxi, so they have never been involved in it. The gun is the first bird. This Fang Fan really doesn't know how high the sky is because of his own strength. Haha. This wave is sure to die. He is dead. Tianjian Palace's young palace master Jianming licked his lips with an excited look on his face. Finally get revenge. Because of Fang Fan's existence, he has been panicking for a long time. This is a demon he dare not provoke. Of course, this is outside the Chentian secret realm. In the Chentian secret realm, with their own limitations, who can stand proudly? All have to die. There are not a few people who have the same thoughts as this Tianjian Palace's young palace master Jianming, and greed makes them no longer sober. Earth Sect. Be sure to take the storage ring from Fang Fan's hand. The spirit of the Earth Shaman and the source of the gods can only belong to our Earth Sha sect. Fight with me. While talking, Fuyun, the chief true emissary of Earth Fiend sect, rushed towards him frantically. His purpose was also to kill. Alliance of Demons. My lady, let's attack too. If you kill Fang Fan, the treasures belong to our 10,000 Demon Alliance. Our 10,000 Demons Alliance has always been barren, and this is an excellent opportunity. The 10,000 Demons Alliance gathered around a heavenly fox saintess with excited expressions in their eyes. Haha, I used to think that Fang Fan had the value and significance to win over, but now it seems that it is extremely stupid. It's not that I don't want you to attack, but, when their bloody battle is over, we'll just take advantage of the fishermen. Be prepared to fight, and when they're almost killed, we'll rush in. Chen Tian clan. You are about to come to the aid of Fang Fan. This is the consort of the Chen Tian clan. Have you not even listened to this princess' orders? Are you going to rebel? Chen Tianchi took a breath and glared fiercely at the cultivators of the Chen Tian clan. It's just that the cultivators of the Chen Tian clan just lowered their heads. His Royal Highness, we respect you, but you shouldn't let us die for that Fang Fan. Now Fang Fan is the public enemy of all forces. Even our Chen Tian family can't resist the joint encirclement and suppression of so many forces. His Royal Highness, we have done our best not to attack Fang Fan. Among the Chen Tian clan practitioners, a black-robed man said with a firm expression. Chen Tianchi's face is gray. At a critical time, she couldn't order the practitioners of the Chen Tian clan. Chen Tianchi's eyes turned to Fang Fan again, with a resolute look on his face. If Fang Fan dies, I won't live alone. Now the major forces, hundreds of thousands of cultivators have rushed over. No matter how strong he is, there are only more than 100 combat power around him. He must not be able to hold it. I'm going to save him. Even if I die on the spot. Chen Tianchi bit his lip tightly, and there was a resolute look in his eyes. She has to do what she has to do. I don't know when it started. She has fallen deeply in love with the man who has always looked indifferent. It seems that in his eyes, he doesn't take anything seriously. What kind of open-mindedness is that? Chen Tianchi couldn't imagine how if Fang Fan really died, how would she deal with herself? Kill all these enemies in front of you? Or, go with him? Chen Tianchi's eyes gradually opened, and a relieved smile appeared on his face. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1186. The endless attack has arrived. Fang Fan is also ready to fight. The bloody battle seems to be about to begin. Stab. Stab. Suddenly, white water droplets appeared on Wanbao Lake. These water droplets directly attached to the practitioners who launched the charge. Immediately, the flesh and blood on these cultivators began to corrode crazily, and gradually turned into a pool of blood. Secret Realm Announcement. Those who deliberately slaughtered in front of Wanbao Lake, die. The solemn voice came, restraining the current situation. Those cultivators who had launched the attack initially panicked when they saw the pool of blood under their feet. Drops of sweat gradually appeared on their foreheads. In the wave just now, at least tens of thousands of cultivators died. These tens of thousands of cultivators are those who are more advanced in charge, and their realm is relatively high. It can be said that they are all elites. Absolute elite. But now these elites have completely disappeared. Everything in front of you has a sense of horror and suffocation. Immediately, the practitioners receded like a tide. Fang Fan waved the long sword in his hand, and couldn't help but pouted, thinking he could kill a wave. Hateful. Even this Chen Tian secret realm is helping him, otherwise he would have died just now. Humph. But if you leave the boundaries of Wanbao Lake, you will surely die. Tianjian Palace's young palace master Jianming gritted his teeth viciously, and the vicious color in his eyes was full of viciousness. One can imagine how strong the surging killing intent in his heart at this moment. At this moment, on the surface of Wanbao Lake, white rays of light suddenly appeared. Another god is coming. I am the two gods of heaven. There are my avatars in thousands of portals. The rules are the same as before. The first one who kills me will receive the supreme reward. The treasure this time is the sanctuary dragon soul. After the two gods finished speaking, they directly differentiated into the thousands of portals. Sanctuary dragon soul? Heh, This is something that requires refining a sanctuary real dragon. And the method is extremely secretive, and ordinary people can't do it at all. If ordinary people can successfully refine this sacred dragon soul, they will also have the physique of a real dragon. Wouldn't it be easy to improve their combat power by then? It is said that the sanctuary dragon soul really changes the talent of the cultivator. There was a cultivator with a very poor talent for cultivation before, and he could not enter the emperor's realm anyway. Later, it was because of an accidental coincidence that the sanctuary dragon soul was merged. In the end, within 1,000 years, I cultivated to the sanctuary realm. In this sacred dragon soul, there is not only pure soul energy, but also a lot of precious inheritance of true dragons. Treasure, this is a peerless treasure. I want this sanctuary dragon soul from the Blood Sea Pavilion. Haha. What kind of hot chicken force is your Blood Sea Pavilion? Our divine sword sect directly hangs you. I'll slap it. You're so arrogant. Come on. There's a comparison. Just you. Dare to compete with our divine sword sect? Go away. Grass. A bunch of idiots, go to the portal and kill the two gods and get the treasure. It can be seen that the temptation of this sacred dragon soul is quite large, and a group of cultivators snatch it one after another, with greed in their eyes. Fighting is not allowed around Wanbao Lake, so at most you can only be the king of mouth guns. As long as the forces with a little bit of strength are not willing to let go of the opportunity to seize the treasure, what if the opportunity falls on him? Come on. I will definitely be faster than you this time. In the distance, Sikong Yuxin wearing a white dress and gauze skirt walked over with a group of practitioners from the Tianyu Chamber of Commerce, with a sudden smile on his face. Fang Fan was stunned for a moment, but he didn't expect her to come over to say hello. Speaking of which, Fang Fan always thought this woman was quite mysterious, but he just couldn't figure out her true combat power. Fang Fan looked at Sikong Yuxin, nodded subconsciously, and said hello. However, he will not give in to the sanctuary dragon soul. The attributes of the sanctuary dragon soul just match that of the little golden dragon. If the little golden dragon is integrated with the sanctuary dragon's soul, it may be able to improve a lot of combat power. Fang Fan squinted his hands, thinking to himself. Still follow the previous lineup and attack with me. Fang Fan gave an order, 9 major legions, 6 heroes, plus 3 pets, gathered 100 combat units, and attacked in an all-round way. Then I found a portal and rushed in, and I saw that the incarnation of the two gods was already 100 silver-armored heavenly soldiers. Tian-Er Shenjiang's combat power has increased to the 5-star Emperor realm. As for those silver-armored celestial soldiers, and their combat power has also increased to the realm of the 2-star Emperor. This seems a little difficult to deal with. Fang Fan squinted his eyes, and his eyes couldn't help showing a thoughtful look. If they were fighting separately, it would still take a while to kill 100 heavenly soldiers of the 2-star Emperor's realm. And in the process, there are bound to be some casualties. Perhaps, you can try a beheading plan. All legions, heroes, and pets, hold back those silver armor Tianbao. That god general, I'll deal with it. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes, and the law pistol in his hand became hot. If you want to kill a 5-star emperor with a single blow, the law bullets condensed by the power of the 3 laws may not be enough. After all, the law bullets condensed by the power of the 3 laws are equivalent to the full blow of a 5-star emperor's master realm. If possible, condense the bullets of the 4 laws, no problem. The power of the 4-law bullet burst is equivalent to the full blow of a 7-star emperor's master realm. Fang Fan nodded secretly, ready to strike hard. The law of desolation. The law of space. The law of yin and yang. Congeal. Fang Fan snorted, the power of the surrounding laws condensed frantically. This feeling is very cool and exciting. However, condensing the bullets of the 4 laws can be regarded as a certain pressure for Fang Fan. After all, he is still the real king. Although the true kings who have comprehended the power of the 9 laws will be different, they cannot be too different. Kill. The heavenly Arshan will let out a cold snort, and 100 silver-armored heavenly soldiers of the 2-star sovereign lord realm rushed over, and the speed was getting faster and faster. Looking at it, it's about to fight. Fang Fan silently pulled the trigger and found the most appropriate angle to ensure the hit rate. Boom. One hit will hit. Kill it again. Secret Realm announcement. The first avatar of the 2 gods has been killed. The battle is over. The second round of the sacred dragon soul belongs to Fang Fan, the master of the human emperor's palace. For many practitioners, the battle seems to have just begun, but it is over. It ends up leaving them baffled. Just entered, and was terminated. Sikong Yuxin, who was dressed in white, opened her mouth in surprise. She had already gone all out to launch an attack just now. She was sure that she could kill the god general incarnation of the 5-star emperor realm within half a minute. But still a step too late. This guy, how did he do it? Although this god will incarnate is only in the 5-star emperor realm, its combat power far exceeds that of ordinary 5-star emperor realm practitioners. How did he kill him in seconds? Could it be that he has mastered a trick that can kill directly with his mind? Isn't this only a god who has such an ability? Sikong Yuxin squinted her eyes, the sense of surprise in her eyes became more and more, she suddenly realized that she knew too little about Fang Fan. This man is so mysterious. It's Fang Fan again. Damn. Damn it. Why did he get every benefit? The incarnation of the 2 gods is also a 5-star emperor, right? Is it so easy to get rid of? I'll wipe it. We are you fighting against the same God incarnate. The source of the 1,000 strands of God is his, and the dragon soul of the sanctuary is also his. Damn it. How can he get all the benefits? Huh. Unhappy. Too unhappy. Are we co-authoring as a foil? Hee, otherwise, how can you be called Fang Fan? People can hang and beat everything outside the Chentian secret realm. Where do you think you can be cowardly when you come to the Chentian secret realm? That's right. I don't even look at what I look like. There are 5 more rounds to come. In other words, there are still 5 treasures. I can't believe that this Fang Fan has won the first place every time. Humph. The treasure can only be mine. A group of cultivators are quite ambitious, secretly making lofty ambitions in their hearts, wanting to get treasures. Whether it will work or not is unknown. Oh, Palace Master Fang Fan is as charming and powerful as ever. Let Meyer admire her. In the distance, the heavenly fox saintess of the 10,000 Demons Alliance came over, shaking her body as she spoke, exuding a fascinating charm and passion all over her body. Fang Fan glanced lightly and said nothing. If he remembered correctly, the 10,000 Demon Alliance was among the forces that besieged him before. Although in the end it was forbidden to fight because of Wanbao Lake's rules, Fang Fan still kept these things in his heart. The 10,000 Demons Alliance had been expressing goodwill to him before, but this goodwill was completely destroyed by the previous wave of operations. Does Hall Master Fang Fan blame Mayor for not persuading the practitioners of the 10,000 Demons Alliance to attack you? These are all Mayor's fault. Mayor doesn't want to explain anything. Palace Master Fang Fan wants to punish Mayor, but Mayor has nothing to say. Tianhu Mayor made a pitiful appearance, then I see the look of pity, and I think I will salivate when I see it. It can be called all you can eat. So beautiful. So beautiful. Heavenly Fox Saintess, my goddess. Huh, if I can kiss Fang Zi in this life, it's really worth it? Haha, do you have no point in your status? Didn't you see the Fox Saint flirting with Fang Fan that day? Hey, a noble woman like Heavenly Fox Saintess can only be endured by someone like Fang Fan. Who said it wasn't? If it were any of us, it wouldn't be enough. Boss Fang Fan is really beautiful. If you are as cool as Fang Fan, you can do it too. Beauty is delivered to your door. Tisk tisk tisk, Mr. Fang Fan first had Princess Chen Tianqi from the Chen Tian clan, and now he has the Heavenly Fox Saint from the 10,000 Demon Alliance. Enjoy the blessings of everyone. I have to say, I'm dry, jealous. Look, look, the Heavenly Fox Saintess is approaching Fang Fan. My CAO, my goddess. Why did you post it backwards? My heart hurts. Bitch. Despicable slave. This young master is extremely attentive to you, and you ignore this young master's love. Now you actually want to post this bastard Fang Fan. How can I be better than him? Woman, I'm going to tear you apart. I'm going to tear you apart. After leaving Wanbao Lake, first kill Fang Fan, and then capture you, the Heavenly Fox Saintess. I will torture you. Tianjian Palace's young palace master Jianming clenched his fists viciously, the fire of jealousy in his eyes was burning. How could he bear it when he saw this scene? At this moment, I naturally just want to roar viciously. Fang Fan looked at Tianhu, the saintess of the 10,000 Demons Alliance, who had deliberately indicated to him. Although there was a smile on his face, his heart was cold. This woman has always been like this. This kind of routine is okay to deal with those mindless idiots, but for him Fang Fan, that's just a cocoon. How can I punish you? Fang Fan suddenly stretched out his hand and hooked Tianhu's waist directly. It must be said that it was really soft, and her body had a very strange fragrance. It felt good at first, but after smelling it a lot, some are too rich. Tianhu's body froze. She didn't expect Fang Fan to have no gentlemanly demeanor at all, so he hugged her in such a grand manner. Although the other stinky men all wanted to kiss Fang Ziyi, at least they wanted to protect their own face in public. How could they let go of themselves when they came to Fang Fan's place? After this stunned feeling passed, Tianhu looked complacent, and said to herself, even if it's you Fang Fan, what can you do? Don't you want to bow down under my pomegranate skirt in the end? I thought it would take a lot of work. I didn't expect to be a hungry ghost. Tianhu thought so in her heart, and raised her head more and more. Although Fang Fan's sudden movements are not large, everyone's eyes are focused on Fang Fan at this moment, and any of his subtle movements will be magnified infinitely. Hold on. Hold on. Boss Fang Fan is awesome. This is what many men want to do but dare not do. That's the Heavenly Fox Saintess of the 10,000 Demons Alliance. She is recognized as the #1 beauty in the 10,000 Demons Star region. Crap. I'm so jealous. I also want to be like Fang Fan. Mad, Fang Fan is the winner in life. Treasures are held, and beautiful women hold them. Who in the world can have such a treatment? In this comparison, the young masters and palace masters of the 3rd grade forces and the 4th grade powers don't seem to be very good. Just like us, there is nothing. Well, in this way, I have a lot of comfort in my heart. Chen Tianqi was standing at the place where the Chen Tian clan practitioners gathered at the moment. Naturally, he also saw Fang Fan's movements at this moment, and his face suddenly turned pale. How is it possible? You're not this kind of person. It's the second time you've seen this Tianhu, so you just covet her beauty. It's said that men are big pigs' hooves. I didn't believe it before, but now, haha. If men can be trusted, pigs can climb trees. Chen Tianqi clenched his silver teeth, and resentment sounded in his heart. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1187. Zi Ling stood aside and did not speak, but the coldness in those eyes was obvious. Fang Fan's eyes swept around the surroundings, the corners of his mouth rose slightly, the hand that hugged Tianhu made a slight effort. Aha! Tianhu groaned appropriately, and her face suddenly flushed. You can really punish you any way you want. Fang Fan lowered his head and looked at Tianhumayer's eyes, with a lustful look on his face. Hate. People are here now, do what you want, so. Wang Jun loves pity. As Tianhumayer spoke, her body couldn't help rubbing against Fang Fan, her beautiful eyes flashing with excitement. But what was suppressed in her eyes was indifference. Humph. What kind of genius is not a genius? How can you Fang Fan be strong? After all, you have to make a wedding dress for me. Well, restrain you, let you join the 10,000 Demons Alliance, and make you work for the 10,000 Demons Alliance in this life, tisk tisk tisk, that's great. The corners of Tianhumayer's mouth rose wildly, and excitement flowed in her eyes. Is that so? Since you let me punish at will, then I'm welcome. A faint smile appeared on Fang Fan's mouth, and he turned Tianhumayer's body with his left hand, and slapped her buttocks with his right hand. In this wave, Fang Fan definitely used up all his strength. Invincible and explosive. What? Tianhumayer suddenly made a mournful sound, and then her body madly retreated, and she kept retreating more than 100 meters before collapsing heavily on the ground. When it landed, it happened that the buttocks were aimed at the ground again, and the buttocks just received a slap from Fang Fan's power, and touched the ground again. Tianhumayer's face instantly became distorted. Ah, it hurts, it hurts. It hurts my mother to death. Fang Fan. What are you doing? This saint is so fascinated by you, that you are ruthless. Tianhumayer yelled fiercely, looking at Fang Fan with infinite resentment in her eyes. Love me. Ha ha. Don't you think it's against your heart to say this? Don't try to hide your little thought, there's really no need for it, it looks disgusting. Besides, didn't you let me punish me at will? Could it be that the random punishment you said made me sleep with you? Fang Fan pouted with a look of disgust. Being pierced through her mind, Tianhumayer's fists began to clench tightly, and the meridians on her forehead began to burst. Fang Fan. You lunatic. You will regret it. Originally, I was going to use you up before killing you, but now, I'm going to kill you right away. Whoever killed Fang Fan, this saint is willing to spend a moment with him. Tianhumayer stood up silently, with a sinister look on her face. A woman's jealousy is much stronger than a man's. At this moment, in Tianhumayer's heart, she has completely regarded Fang Fan as an imaginary enemy. However, this is completely normal. Oh my god. What did my goddess just say? If you kill Fang Fan, you can be with her. No, 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 I'm so excited. I'm CAO. The goddess is going to have a spring night with me for a moment. Can your brain be normal? What a shame. Didn't you hear what they said? Are you so excited now? There's a chicken feather. That's right, you can kill Fang Fan first. You and we don't have that capital at all. Beauty is good, but you also need to see if you have the capital to enjoy. At this moment, although everyone was very moved, it was still a bit overwhelming. Know what to say and what not to say at the moment. What to do and what not to do. The gathering place for practitioners of Tianjian Palace. Although this woman is a bit mean, it just fits my taste. Hey hey, behead Fang Fan, the heavenly fox saintess is mine. Fang Fan, you are really dying as always. Tianjian Palace young palace master Jianming licked his lips, his face full of anticipation and emotion. From the beginning of the Tianyu Chamber of Commerce auction, he has been fascinated by Tianhumayer. What you can't get, is always in a commotion. This is also the most real. A gathering place for cultivators of the earth Shizong. The 10,000 Demons Alliance and Fang Fan have fallen out, it is possible to form an alliance with the 10,000 Demons Alliance, so that it will be easier to kill Fang Fan. After all, Fang Fan is the consort of the Chen Heavenly Clan. If the Chen Heavenly Clan protects him, it will be really troublesome. This is the best way to win the Earthsha spirit in Fang Fan's hands. If it is possible, it would be better to get the 1,000 strands of God's origin power and sanctuary dragon soul that he just obtained. Fu Yun, the chief true evangelist of Earth Fiend sect, thought so in his heart, and the smiles on his face became more and more. For him, the beauty of the horse is not important, the important thing is the interests. Tianyu Chamber of Commerce practitioners gather. Sikong Yuxin, who was dressed in white, showed surprise. This man is really unique. Actually slapped that heavenly fox saintess's buttocks boldly and unrestrainedly in public. This is a gentleman who doesn't care about himself at all. And it seems that it doesn't matter whether it will offend a third-rank power 10,000 demon alliance. What a peculiar man. Sikong Yuxin thought so in her heart, the smile on her face became more and more, she pondered secretly, her eyes were fixed, everything changed as before. The gathering place of Chen Tian clan practitioners. Chen Tianji's face was full of tears and laughter. Just now, she was still abusing Fang Fan, who was a big pig's hoof. I didn't expect this to happen later. This guy is really unique. Chen Tianji didn't know how to evaluate Fang Fan. This is something that an ordinary man can do. Only an extremely good man like Fang Fan can be so casual and calm. Chen Tianji suddenly knew why he was so infatuated with Fang Fan, maybe, it was also because of this reason. After all, when she and Fang Fan met for the first time, Fang Fan was dragged into the small world of Chu Tianj and beaten them fiercely, and then those things happened. Your actions are still unbelievable as always. Standing beside Fang Fan, Zi Ling rolled her eyes angrily, showing her queen's temperament. Fang Fan smiled slightly, he just simply wanted to teach this Tianhu Mei'er a lesson. This woman has no peace of mind from the inside out. What is the purpose of deliberately approaching him, or even throwing his arms around him? Really, Fang Fan is infinitely charming? Although this is also true, a woman like Tianhu Mei'er is too slippery and generally unlikely to be emotional. Compared with Chen Tianji, Tianhu Mei'er's scheming are deeper and more difficult to control. Everything this woman does is for profit. Sharing the same bed, may have been assassinated at some point. So, a woman like Tianhu Mei'er can play, but don't take it seriously. This is also the reason why Fang Fan abandoned him. Although Tianhu Mei'er used herself as a bargaining chip and wanted everyone to come to avenge her and kill Fang Fan, but unfortunately, this is Wanbao Lake, whoever dares to attack will surely die. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes, and there was a sense of surprise in his eyes. Just now, he slapped Tianhu Mei'er on the buttocks and was not deliberately targeted by Wanbao Hu, which was quite surprising. Secret Realm Announcement. The third round of winning the treasure, open. Entering the front door, you will come to a battlefield of Chen Tian. The treasure of the third round of the Nether Sacred Flame is at the very center of the battlefield of Chen Tian, stationed in the center of the battlefield of Chen Tian, and defeated the three gods of heaven. Those who do, will be able to obtain the Netherworld Holy Flame. Over Wanbao Lake, there was a mechanical sound, and then a huge portal opened directly, giving people an urge to snoop. Netherworld Holy Flame. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes, and his face couldn't help but show a moving look. It's interesting, it's really interesting. He had heard of this so-called Nether Sacred Flame. This is the top 10 precious different fires on the Holy Rank Strange Fire list. It is said that if he is obtained by a holy grade alchemist and integrated into himself, his alchemy skills will be improved by at least 30%. For those high-level alchemists, being able to get a holy flame is definitely a dream. Yeah. To them, this is more precious than a holy artifact. But speaking of it, this netherworld holy flame can be greatly benefited even by ordinary cultivators like us. If it can be successfully merged, it will be able to use the power of the holy flame to attack in the future, and the bonus to combat power is too great. Hey, it's really impressive. It would be great if you could successfully hold it in your hands. Hee, with your level of cultivation, what if you put the netherworld holy flame in front of you? You can't refine it at all, and in the end it's all in vain. That is, I really think that anyone can successfully refine the netherworld holy flame. If the strength is not enough, it is very likely to be burned into fly ash. Wait, don't bring such a blow to people. Even if I can't refine it myself, can I sell it to the Tianya Chamber of Commerce? Huh, a holy weapon starts with at least tens of thousands of star cores, and this netherworld holy flame sells tens of thousands of star cores. Isn't it an exaggeration? Tisk tisk tisk, the 7 treasures of the Wanbao Pavilion are stronger than the other round. This is only the 3rd round, and it is already worth tens of thousands of star cores. Hey, just grab one of them, and we'll benefit greatly. Who said no? Everyone follow me to snatch. Blessings are shared. The scene was once very sensational, which is the norm. Every time a new round of treasure appears, all the practitioners will sigh with emotion. It seems that the treasure has already belonged to them. Only in the end, they have to sigh helplessly to express regret. Chentian Battlefield. This time, the rules of the treasure hunt have changed a bit. Before, we fought independently, and even the strongest forces can only let 100 cultivators fight together at one time. But now, it's changed. There is no limit to the number of people, let alone other restrictions. If this is the case, those 3rd and 4th rank forces have a huge advantage. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes and pondered secretly in his heart. The current situation is not very good. If you are not careful, you may sink into it. But Fang Fan is naturally impossible to give up. Netherworld Holy Flame, the top 10 strange fires on the Holy Rank Strange Fire list, worth tens of thousands of star cores. This pile of piles can't be cut off. The treasure is in front, let me give up. It's impossible. Fang Fan thought about it, and then began to issue orders. 9 legions. 6 heroes. 4 pets. And Zi Ling, Yun Yun, and Yun Xiao Xiao will all follow me. Cultivators from Chasing Soul Pavilion, Xiling Palace, and Motion Pavilion stay by Wanbao Lake and are not allowed to participate in the war. Army attack. Fang Fan quickly made the deployment. It's not that he despises the cultivators of the Soul Chasing Pavilion Xiling Pavilion, but it is true that they can't have much effect in this level of battle. After entering the Chentian battlefield, Fang Fan has to deal with the elites of the 3rd grade forces and the 4th grade powers. Thousands of 1-star Emperor Realm battle powers will fight together at every turn, while the practitioners of the Xiling Palace Chasing Soul Pavilion are basically still limited to the real King Realm. If you really want to do it, it basically belongs to the type of self-destruction. So it's time to make some changes. There is no doubt about that. Enter. As Fang Fan said, he first entered the portal in front of him and came to the so-called Chentian battlefield. Here, it is an empty desert, but the sand is black, and a white sun hangs high in the sky, making the world still black and white. The entire battlefield is very large and vast, and when they entered here, they were on the edge of the battlefield. At the edge, there are even sky blue barriers separating the battlefield. Behind the sky blue barrier is a black abyss. There is strangeness everywhere, and there is a subconscious sense of curiosity. Treasures are naturally located in the center of the Chentian battlefield. As soon as they entered this world, countless cultivators quickly accelerated their pace and flew over. They wanted to be the first to go to the center of the Chentian battlefield, and then get their wish. Take the nether flame in your hands. The netherworld holy flame worth tens of thousands of star cores is a great temptation even for a 3rd rank force. In the process of flying, it is naturally impossible to go smoothly, and some battles often break out. Go away. Compare your speed with our Sui Gozang. Courting death. Get out of the way. Believe it or not, I'll kill you. Damn. Our Swanyan faction has never been afraid of you. Come on. Fight. Let's fight together. Before the Demon Society, I got a high-level quasi-sacred artifact in the Chentian secret realm. Come on with me and snatch the treasure from the Demon Society. Haha. Fierce underworld sect. How dare you take away the divine source of my divine sword sect disciple, today is your death. Since you are courting death again and again, then it will fulfill you. That's not right. What's the point of us fighting here? At most, what we want is some divine crystal quasi-sacred artifact, but if we loot that Fang Fan, it will be really developed. Fang Fan? Hiss, he won the treasures of the first 2 rounds of Wanbao Lake. 1,000 strands of God's source power and sanctuary dragon soul, I don't believe you are not interested. What's the use of temptation? We have the ability to fight against Fang Fan. Don't belittle yourself, you are the strongest. Fang Fan is really strong outside the Chentian secret realm, but when he came to the Chentian secret realm, the strongest combat power is only 1-star sovereign realm. In this case, what advantage does he have? Our chance is here. It's gone. Kill Fang Fan. We will fully develop. The Heavenly Fox Saint also said that whoever can kill Fang Fan will be able to have a spring night with her. Crap. Such a good opportunity must be seized. Everyone rush with me, kill Fang Fan, and grab the treasure. The treasures are all ours. The opportunities are also ours. Kill kill kill. Army attack. As soon as Fang Fan came to the Chentian battlefield, he was directly targeted. Countless practitioners rushed towards this direction frantically. Now Fang Fan is the sweet pastry in their eyes, and they can watch the sweet pastry slip away. Naturally impossible. The state of madness at this moment is evident. Fang Fan narrowed his eyes, and there was a hint of sarcasm in his eyes. A group of card god crystals, can he refuse? The Yellow Turban Peace Warlock Legion casts a spell attack. The Gothic Super Sharpshooter Legion sniped the leaders of the major forces from a distance. There are 7 legions left, charging from all sides. Since you are courting death, then, fulfill them. In the basalt formation, stab out. The so-called basalt formation is actually each forming an encirclement, in which the soldiers charge on the periphery, and the mages and some long-range attack units shoot frantically inside. Although the legions under my command are all of the 9-star Emperor level and 10-star Emperor level, it's a pity that I can't let go in the Chentian secret realm for the time being. In addition, there is also a lack of combat units that can kill on a large scale. The Yellow Turban typing Warlock Legion can use the Sacrifice Summon exclusive Legion skills, but the requirements for the venue are relatively high. If this is a sea of corpses and blood, then the effect of Sacrifice Summon can be brought into play. As for the others, the constraints are stronger. It would be nice if there could be an army that could sweep and kill on a large scale. Fang Fan thought to himself, then shook his head, thinking too much. Healing cards and supply cards of all levels supply each other. Once a serious injury occurs, use the healing card immediately. Once you lose energy, use the supply card immediately. From the battlefield of Chentian, kill a piece of sky. Vega, use your dark magic to have a complete reign of dark magic. Guan Hai, lead the Yellow Turban typing Warlock Legion to follow in the footsteps of Vega and cast spells together. Fang Fan smiled slightly, clenched his fists subconsciously, glanced around the surrounding battlefield, and then gradually calmed down. Although there were many cultivators under siege, their strengths were mixed, and only one cultivator in the 1-star Emperor realm would be among the dozens. Only 1-star Emperor Master Realm practitioners are worthy of Fang Fan's attention. As for the others, Fang Fan can choose to hang and beat. If these all come from a single force and are planned to attack in a unified way, it might really cause me some trouble. As for now, Fang Fan suddenly laughed. These cultivators are fighting each other, and some are even using cold guns and cold knives. They don't understand it yet. They still want to launch an attack on the enemy. Is it possible? It's just that there are too many cultivators from the major forces in front of me at a time. Even if it is a pig, it can't be killed in a short time. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu Yu. Chapter 1188. In the sky, pieces of black fog began to gather crazily, illuminating the world. Vijay is on the move. As soon as his dark magic broke out, there was a feeling of annihilation. Well, I feel like something is missing. As a dark mage, wouldn't it be stronger if you could add a wave of the god position effect of the underworld judge? Fang Fan nodded secretly, and then without any hesitation, holding the list of conferred gods, he directly conferred the god position on Wei Jia on the battlefield. In the past, because the source of God was not enough, it was delayed again and again, but now, Fang Fan has just obtained 1,000 strands of the source of God, which is equivalent to 100,000 strands of the source of God. In this regard, Fang Fan is a local tyrant. Edict Wei Jia as the judge of the underworld. Ding. Consuming 5,000 threads of God's source power and 50 million threads of faith power, and the 7th level success as a judge of the underworld. Fang Fan immediately looked at the property panel of Wei Jia. Name, Vega Evil Little Mage. Level, 3-star Emperor level, seal, must not be 3 levels higher than the host. Quality, silver. Common skills, Dark Sacrifice, Dark Matter, Distorted Space, Energy Explosion. Exclusive skill, Extraordinary Evil Power. Loyalty, 100, Deadly Loyal. Divine Position, Underworld Judge. Divine Level, 8th. Exclusive Artifact, Book of Life and Death. Deity Special Effect 1, you can use the Book of Life and Death to accumulate the energy of life and death. When the energy of life and death is overflowing, you can use the energy of life and death to add to yourself, increasing your combat power tenfold. It lasts for 10 minutes without any side effects. The second special effect of the God position, attack the dark creatures and enjoy a 100% attack power bonus. After being appointed as the judge of the underworld, a black and white book of life and death appeared directly in Vega's hands. At this moment, he has been able to take advantage of the special effects of the divine position. There are creatures waiting to be slaughtered everywhere, and they can be slaughtered anytime and anywhere, so as to accumulate life and death energy for the life and death book. The energy of life and death is used to increase one's own combat power tenfold. This is truly invincible. In addition to this God position effect, it is also specially aimed at dark creatures, which can cause double blows. Thank you, Lord. I think my combat effectiveness has increased by at least 50%. Vijay's eyes lit up. Holding the Book of Life and Death in his hand, he felt inexplicably comfortable. He felt that he and the Book of Life and Death fit together perfectly. Fang Fan nodded secretly, and could see that the position of the underworld judge was still very suitable for Vega, and they were all representatives of the darkness. Dark Sacrifice. Dark Matter. Twisted Space. Wei Jia held the Book of Life and Death in the left hand and the dark staff in the right, and chanted one after another incantation, and the whole space gradually became trembling. The black mist in the sky is getting thicker and thicker. Why is the sky so dark? It was still white just now. Who knows? How does it feel like it's going to rain? It's raining? No way. This is the Chentian battlefield. It's raining? It doesn't exist. It feels so strange for no reason. It seems that the man in black robe is casting a spell. Shall we dodge it? Cut. What are you afraid of? This is a coward. Just go up and do it. He, at most it is the casting power of a 1-star Emperor level, and it is so scattered, attacking so many people at the same time, the attack power has been scattered long ago. That's right, don't panic. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu. Chapter 1189. No one was panicking, and everyone was still relatively calm. In their opinion, how much damage can a mage who can only exert the power of one-star Emperor realm cast spells to them? Panic. As for what? Generally, large-scale magic like this comes at the expense of damage. The bigger the coverage, the less damage. So let alone those cultivators who are still able to exert the melee combat power of the one-star Emperor under the suppression of the power of the rules, even those who are not as powerful as they are, there is no sense of panic at this moment. In their opinion, they can't die anyway, so what are they afraid of? But getting close to Fang Fan and beheading Fang Fan is different. Not to mention the rewards of each faction, just the treasures on Fang Fan's body are enough to make them very excited. This is a great opportunity to make a fortune. Can they miss? Naturally impossible. As long as I rush over and kill Fang Fan and take his storage ring, I won't have to worry about it in my life. By that time, what will I want? After all, isn't it for those treasures? To cultivate resources, to make yourself stronger. The treasure in the third round of Wanbao Lake is the Netherworld Holy Flame. Although this treasure is good, it's a pity it's not mine, and it has little to do with me. After all, there are so many eyes staring at it. Kill Fang Fan, I can take advantage of the chaos to escape, the opportunity is in front of me, but it's just this one opportunity, don't let it go. Countless cultivators rushed over, with stubborn killing intent and greedy smiles, they completely vented their desires. Fang Fan was at the very center of the Suanwu formation, and his face couldn't help showing a sarcastic look. It's coming, it's coming. If that's the case, let it be completely terminated. Death, only in a moment. Vega. It's time to shoot. Fang Fan's eyes turned to Wei Jia, the smiles on his face gradually became more and more, the big move that he had accumulated for so long, it's time to release a wave. According to the Lord. Wei Jia narrowed his eyes and raised his head slightly, a pair of dark green eyes filled with a hint of madness. Extraordinary evil power bonus. Wei Jia chanted softly, holding her hands up naturally, and bending her fingers slightly forward. Immediately, the wisps of black mist on Wei Jia's who began to gather crazily. Wei Jia's extraordinary evil power has always been so strong. As long as you kill a creature, regardless of level, you can permanently increase the magic power. Wei Jia has been a hero who has followed Fang Fan for a long time. Along the way, he does not know how many enemies he has killed with Fang Fan. It is conceivable that at this moment, Vega used the extraordinary evil power to accumulate the divine power to what kind of intensity? That must be horrifying and shocking. All of this is quietly flashing. Dark matter. Dark sacrifice. Energy burst. The turbulent dark magic, run. Kill all the enemies in front of you. Exterminate everything with a crazy attitude. The battle is endless. Vega's small body contains extremely powerful strength. This power is enough to destroy the world. The power of the Dark Staff and the Book of Life and Death are used together to make my magic stronger. Thank you so much for the divine position that the Lord has entrusted to me as a judge of the underworld, which has completely awakened me. May the Lord fight to the death. Divine System of the Strongest Card Supplier in the End Times, Doomsday Strongest Card Supplier. Author, Shu. Chapter 1190. The sound of battles followed wave after wave, and the number of deaths was increasing. The enemy's attack became more and more violent. The crazily gathering black mist in the sky gradually condensed into water droplets, and then fell rapidly. The black water droplets landed on the human body, directly piercing it from top to bottom. Ah, it hurts, it hurts. This rain is poisonous. Hoo, no way. I can't do it. I feel like my whole body is shaking. Avoid that rain. Don't let yourself get caught in the black rain. Avoid. Where to avoid? There are these damn black raindrops everywhere. This is the gods punishing me. Dark gods. Grant me death penalty. With Fang Fan Suan Wu battle formation as the center, the area within a radius of several kilometers has been completely covered by black raindrops. Boom. 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 Bang bang bang. With a burst of explosions, the black rain embedded in the human body actually exploded directly in the bodies of those practitioners like miniature bombs. At one point the scene seemed very scary. The ground is full of wreckage, and the death rate is soaring like crazy. I don't want to die, I don't want to die, I want to run away. I want to run away. Who can save me? Save me. I'm not greedy anymore. It's scary. The real death is without a corpse. Who can stand this? Avoid, must avoid. I have long known that Fang Fan can't be provoked. Fang Fan is too strong. How can we hold on? This slaughter has passed, and there is no doubt that he will die. Escape became the only theme. Tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of cultivators collapsed in an instant. Everyone wants to make others a scapegoat. Whose scapegoat? Do you want to come over and pick up leeks? Where did so many leeks come from for them to pick it up? This road has already been blocked. Those black rains won't last long. As long as we can persist, we will definitely be able to kill Fang Fan. All the treasures on his body are ours. Don't run away. Keep killing. Charge ahead, the opportunity is here. Right in front of you. Grass. You are so stupid as labor and capital? Just rush up like this? I'm courting death? Why don't you go up and die first? Damn it. You go first, consume the black rain first, and I will pick up the leeks behind you. Is it good? That's, one by one is sincere at all. I also want treasures or something, but I know I'm not that material. You don't want anyone to stop you, but what do you mean by blocking my escape? In the distance, Jianming, the master of the young palace of Tianjian Palace, has an ugly face. Damn, why can't this guy be killed anytime? Just now, he led the practitioners of the Tianjian Palace and wanted to behead Fang Fan among the crowd. After all, the hatred between him and Fang Fan was very strong. Just in the end, what was the result? Those weird black rains caused their Tianjian Palace to damage thousands of cultivators. I also know that this black rain won't last long, but if we continue to rush, it will only cost us Tianjian Palace's troops. It's not worth it? If this is the case, I would still choose to kill the three gods of that day first, get the nether sacred flame, and then find a way to kill them. This should be the best way at the moment.